Alright there guys, what's up? It's Nick here, and you're back with F1 2016 Career Mode Part 2. It is Bahrain time, so you joined us now as we're doing our qualifying run, just coming down into the first corner. So you'll notice a few changes in this video. The race distance, for this race at least, has gone up to 50%. That's just because, well, I don't know, because I recorded this and the Chinese Grand Prix. Yes, like all in one day. So, I don't know. It's a difficult one really because see, there's some tracks I like, some tracks I don't. 50% races give me this sort of 20-minute long video. 25% races give me like a 15-minute video. So there's only 3 minutes in it, in the video length. But that's a lot more editing to do, and well, obviously a few little bits that I've done in this one. This sort of led me to be staying up all night last night, sort of until about 1:45 in the morning, doing this from about 9. This and part 3, but I think they're well worth it. I mean, obviously we've moaned about not really quote unquote enjoying doing this, but I really had fun putting these two together because they were quite a good laugh. But yeah, back to the qualifying now. So we're coming down the back straight now. We actually went faster in practice 3 at Bahrain, so that sort of gave us high hopes for qualifying here. So we're running the super softs to try and get us as high up the grid as we can. Coming down the final straight now, we hit the DRS across the line. It is a 1:35.5, and that put us roughly, I think it worked out at P6. Pretty sure it was P6. Obviously Hamilton goes fastest. Oh, not P6, sorry, P9. Oh, I should explain as well, the first part, obviously Australia, we had our race, that went, well, you'd have seen how that went at the end really, but for some reason the game didn't save it, so I had to basically go in, redo the race again, and just retire from it, because obviously we didn't finish, and so the standings are a bit different.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain.
Right, so we're going on the formation lap now. Just waiting for this to go. We're actually going to complete it this time, I think. Oh, we've got team radio.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them, and warm the tyres as well, please.
So that's one of the new things we've put in our videos now. We're going to sort of highlight not all the team radio, because obviously that's very repetitive, because we all of us F1 players know how Jeff likes to pipe up. So we won't be putting all of them in. There are quite a few. Obviously we've put the important ones in for this video. I think this one we went a bit over the top with it, maybe, I don't know. Well, obviously that's down to you. But yes, obviously back to what I was talking about before the race intro. Yeah, so the standings are going to be a bit different now for the championship. I think Lewis Hamilton leads it, but yeah, it wasn't really worth re-uploading and everything. I mean, it's just one little cock up really. Not to be shouted at.
The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
I'm quite pleased with this actually. Now, I'm no Photoshop genius, so we got the Lass, Scott's girlfriend, who did our Steam Room channel logo actually, to cut that out for me. So props to you, love. Those 5 red lights, away we go. Cracking launch there off the line. But we lose it slightly under wheel spin, and we have to dart off to avoid hitting that Williams there. Now we've dropped all the way down from P9 to P15, but it's okay because we're going to go around the outside of this little gaggle of cars here. I think that's Grosjean there. Nope, we're holding Gutierrez back though. We go up the inside of Button, a Force India, Gutierrez. We're now into P11, so we're only 2 places down from where we started the race at, which isn't too bad. We're making a run up signs now into turn 4. We do another Toro Rosso, Kvyat and Bottas there as well. Make slight contact there with Bottas though, so that was a bit unfortunate, but no damage was done, no penalty was issued, so as far as I'm concerned that was fair. But yeah, so now we're up into P8, so we're one place up on where we started. Now we're running with the big boys now. We've got Vettel ahead, we've got Bottas behind, we've got Massa in front of Vettel I believe, and then we've got the Red Bulls and the Mercedes left. But we make a dive up, Vettel up the inside there, down into that ridiculously tight left-hander there. See, where you're going downhill, it's so easy to lock up on the brakes going into that corner. You have to sort of start at the DRS not maker, like the speed, not the speed trap, the time trap, sort of where it measures the distance between the two cars. But we've got a good run around that right-hander there. We're going to make a move up Massa, are we? No, we're not. We're going to sort of go a bit wide there because the move wasn't worth the risk there at all. But it's okay because we're going to tuck in behind him now. Obviously we don't have DRS yet. We're going to have to wait until lap 3 for that. But it's okay. We're keeping far back. It's not worth the dive bomb, this move. So we lose the back end slightly coming out the last corner. Hamilton sets the fastest lap there. We make a nice run on Massa. Go left, go right. Go very wide around him just to make sure there's no contact. Once we know he's nicely behind us, we tuck in there and we make the break down into turn 1. So where are we now? We're lap 2, we're P6, we've got Verstappen ahead, Massa behind. We set a 1:44, I believe that is. That'll be just down to the slow start. And now we're cutting to the end of lap 2. We're making a run on Verstappen now.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
So for those of you who aren't experienced in F1, DRS gets enabled on lap 3. Verstappen there locks up into turn 1. We go up the inside of him. That's P5 for us. Now we're in a Red Bull sandwich as we cut later on into lap 4.
I think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Right, so this strategy change, I don't think... No, I did put it in the video, didn't I? Yeah, for some reason the engineer repeated himself, so I'm just going to keep talking over him there. But these strategy changes, you will see later how horribly they pan out for us. Oh my word. Now obviously it's not all down to the engineer. As we cut to the end of lap 4 now, Ricciardo goes back through as we come into the pits there. But yeah, this race did not turn out well for us at all. It's much like Melbourne. So we're still sort of trying to find our feet with this game here, with this season, with this car. Trying to work out how it drives. So we're on the medium tyre now at lap 5. We've dropped all the way down to 22nd. That's okay. I think we're trying to undercut.
Only 1 stop to go. 1 stop left in this strategy.
Oh, how wrong you was, Jeff. Right, so we dropped all the way down to 22nd there. So we cut to halfway through lap 6 now. We managed to get past Massa. I think he had to drop into the pits because he had a collision with someone. But now we have this nice little bundle of Renault and Manor and all of the slow cars in the field now. Just trundling along. But it's okay because we're going up the inside of Magnussen there into the penultimate corner. Now we've got Harry Anto in front, Wehrlein in front of him, and then obviously Jonathan Palmer. Or not Jonathan, bloody Jolien, that's his name. Most ridiculous sounding name I've ever heard in my life. Right, so end of lap 6, Jensen's gone into the pit. So we did manage to undercut quite a few cars here. As you'll see us fly through, we've got DRS on Wehrlein. We go around him. We managed to get all the way up past Palmer as well under DRS. Do we get past Ricciardo? Ricciardo's joined us out of the pits. Yes, we do. We managed to get the move. We managed to stick the move on Ricciardo. We're now up into P13 there as we cut to the start of lap 8. Now we're in P10. We jumped a few more cars in the pits there. We've got Rosberg ahead, Verstappen behind.
Our gap to our teammate is 16.1 seconds.
Right, so Jensen is a long way down the road from us. Long way behind. 16.1 seconds, I think that was. So, obviously, we've got the rivalry, so obviously we want to finish ahead of Jensen. I don't think that's going to be a struggle for this race. Obviously, well, we're just over a fifth of the way through now, so there's still plenty of time to go in this race. Rosberg's catching up to Nasser there in the Sauber as we come down the hill into that sharp left-hander there. Probably the slowest corner I've ever seen on a Formula 1 game. We hit the DRS, does nothing against that Mercedes power there. Absolutely nothing. It was just impossible to make gains on Rosberg there. So we go around the outside of Nasser. Oh, we make slight contact there. He just didn't leave us the room at all. But now we're coming around the sweeping right, left, right. Yep, right-hander. But now we're cutting to the middle of lap 9, sorry. Slightly exceed the track limits there under a lock-up. And guess who goes flying past us? It's Verstappen. So that was a pain in the arse. Obviously, he's got DRS on us. We don't have DRS at all. So he's got a nice little head start on us down this straight as we go into the left-hander. And we come up towards the sweeping right-hander. We're up into rich mix. We are still on the soft tyres, so we've got the advantage.
We've pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too.
Right, so burned off all our excess fuel there, so we've had to drop it down into standard. But we still have the tyre advantage, us being on softs, Verstappen being on mediums. We go green in the first sector. We make a move up the inside of Verstappen. Slight contact there again. The AI on this game are so much more aggressive, and I really do enjoy it because, you know, I could have well buggered the front wing there. As we cut to near the end of lap 10 there, we make contact again with Verstappen. It all goes horribly wrong. We lock up the brake, stick it in neutral. We manage to just come to a stop before the barrier, but that has absolutely screwed it for us. We screwed the pooch so badly there. As we drop all the way down to P14, we've got the Toro Rossos around us now. Kvyat's got a nice run down on us, obviously where we're just not up to speed. He goes down our inside and takes P14 from us. Come round the last corner. Hopefully we got DRS on Kvyat there. No, we didn't. But we're cutting to the end of lap 12 now. We managed to make a few moves up into P11. I think we managed to get around more pit stoppers. As we now come into the pits for our next stop. Our final stop. Yeah, you'll see how this all pans out. But we're falling down the order unbelievably there. See, I thought 50% distance would be enough time for the AI to sort of thin out a bit, but apparently not. I think only one car ended up a lap down. So, well, I don't know. Don't know what to make of it.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Well, we can't be dealing with more pit stops really, because we're down in P21 now. The only car we got behind us is Harrianto, and we all know he's not going to be able to overtake us in that manner. Oh, our engine upgrade did come through this race, actually. I forgot to mention that entirely. So, we've got that, and we make contact there with Magnussen and cock up the right side of the front wing. We've lost our end plate there. So that's a pain in the bum really. But we've got DRS on Palmer now coming down onto this first DRS zone. We're just going to fly past him there with our upgraded engine. Yeah, now I don't think I included it in part 3. Oh.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather. Some information on Hulkenberg. It seems they fixed whatever the problem was. We're coming back up to speed.
Well, A, I would hope it's going to stay dry in the desert, Jeff. And B, I'm not really sure why Hulkenberg's car needed to be, like, relayed the state off to me. Like, he's nowhere near us really, is he? I mean, we're sort of stuck in P19 trying to get round a manor, and we're being told where a Force India is. It's probably nigh on in the top 10. Bit daft really. Either way, we've got DRS, well, I was about to say on wear line, but from wear line there. We cut now to lap 15, we've got Massa ahead of us. DRS on him. Hello, you. So we're trying to make a run up him. That Mercedes power just sort of keeping him ahead, not helping us at all, is the fact that we're on medium tyres as well. We managed to get around through the inside of Massa. He's still on our outside, we completely didn't see him there. He drops back a bit for the sweeping right-hander.
We'll be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're only about a lap over target.
Right, so we're running out of fuel now. That's something to worry about as we cut to lap 16. Massa making an absolute heroic dive down on us as we then switch back late on the brakes into turn 1, which is incredibly difficult to do. We managed to get through on him in turn 1, but the grip those soft tyres gives him on the exit of the corner just keeps him ahead of us. And that was gutting because that was such a good move. But it's okay because we got him up in turn 3 anyway. It's all good. Turn 3 or turn 4 I think that is. We're going to come through that nice chicane there. Right, so end of lap 16 now. Massa's still sitting behind us. We've got Felipe Nasser, you know, because that's not going to be confusing for anyone. Just ahead of us, and there's contact.
Switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A? Okay. Okay, copy that.
So, that was entirely my fault. That was just, abhorrent driving there from me. Thought I'd managed to dive bomb, locked up the brakes entirely, and, well, yeah, you saw how that went. So, we had a quick strategy change. We're going on to the super softs now. Repairing the front wings, obviously that needs to be done. And we are years away from the next car ahead, all the way down in 22nd. Now, obviously the super softs being the softest compound you could use at this track, I thought it would be a very good idea, obviously with my tyre wear being as good as it is, to try and get these to run the whole race, the whole remainder of the race. You'll see how well that goes as well. You know, maybe we do it, maybe we don't. But we cut to the end of lap 19 now. It's our old buddy Felipe Nasser. We go around the outside of him into the sweeping right-hander. Yep, coming through the penultimate corner now. We've managed to stay ahead of him. Lap 22 now. We're making a move on the other Sauber. So these super softs really giving us the grip we need. I think we saved up some extra fuel as well. We're just burning whatever we can to try and get back through the field, because we need those positions. You know, we're expected to finish, I think, P13 in this race, and we're all the way down in, well, now 21st. Why are we in 21st? That's an editing boo-boo. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so we're all the way down in 21st. We want to be P13, really. You know, we've got a fairly good car, actually. We've managed to make this work, like with the tyres especially. We've managed to turn the tyres to our advantage, sort of making up for that lack of grip and downforce and power that we have anyway. But obviously that engine upgrade has done us real favours there, because I mean, well, it put us in P9 on the grid, really, didn't it? So clearly we do have the ability to finish high, qualify high, perform high. We've just got to make it stick in the races, really. On that note, we go up the inside of Palmer into the final corner. Now nothing much happened there at all. We cut to the last lap. Hamilton, sorry, takes the win as we come through the first corner. We cut to the final corner here. Yeah, we just couldn't make the gain on Wehrlein, and yeah, it was gutting, because obviously the qualifying that we had really could have done as well.
Sorry about that. I guess it can't all go to plan. Bring her in. We'll go over what happened in the debrief.
Yeah, so that crash really didn't help us out. Ah, that's what happened. That's why we was in 21st. I forgot to leave that in. Yeah, there's a podium going on. Woo, woo, woo. The super softs died on lap 27. Of all the laps to die, 27. And we had to come in and change them. So that puts us all the way down into, well, what was it, 21? I think it ended up, and then we had to get back up from there. Right. So, Jensen finished 12, still no more points for McLaren in that race, unfortunately. Your top three were Hamilton, Raikkonen and Rosberg. Surprise, surprise there. Nice to see Raikkonen on the podium again, but words, Nick. Nice to see Raikkonen on the podium again. Yeah, there's us all the way down in P18. We really need to work on this, you know, like our performance in the race. We're doing well in like all the practice sessions, the qualifying, and when we're not around other cars in the race, we need to work on not being put under pressure by other cars, not ruining our own laps by dive bombing other cars and all of that. Right, so this will be going up soon. Part 3 will be out very, very shortly afterwards. Like, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers.